This is Mark Belton, SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West, answering more questions today for the Power Project, brought to you by HowMuchYouBench.net and the only strength magazine in the world, ThePowerMagazine.com. We have a question today from M. Ventura, and it's actually quite confusing. Imagine that. He sent a question into my new email address. That's where you should all be sending your questions to. PowerProjectArmy@yahoo.com. But M. Ventura had a question, and he says, is there a certain level somebody should be at for them to reach another level in their desired future? I do not really have a great understanding what that means, but he went on to kind of elaborate, and he went on to say, like, he saw Jay Cutler when Jay Cutler was 19 years old. I believe that's what he's trying to tell me. And that was a huge, huge person that he saw even when Jay Cutler was really young. And Jay Cutler was someone who was ahead of the curve. And he's wondering, if you fall behind the curve, do you ever stand a chance to get yourself back in the game? Or is it game over already? You know, as long as, it really kind of depends on what you're talking about. But really, you can never count somebody out, no matter who they are or where they come from. You can never really count somebody out because you don't really know what they have inside them until they show you. A lot of this kind of stuff boils down to guts, hard-headedness, the ability just to kind of work through whatever it is that you need to work through so that you can get better. Working through pain, working through having people doubt you, having self-doubt. That's going to be the hardest part right there, is self-doubt. If you look at others, let's say you want to be Jay Cutler, and let's say you're a teenager and you're like, man, I look at old pictures of Jay Cutler when he was a teenager, and I'm nowhere near that. You know, I don't really know. I don't think I can do. Once you start getting that mindset, then you can pretty much count yourself out. You already talked yourself out of it. You pretty much already stand no chance. If you don't feel like you're a super confident person now, don't worry about that a ton. Just try to keep improving yourself day in and day out, and confidence will come to you. Confidence is not something that you're necessarily just born with. As a matter of fact, the people's coach here, you want to know what my most hated thing in life was to do? My most hated thing in life was any form of public speaking. Getting in front of a class or getting in front of people and talking was very, very difficult for me. It's something I hated, and I promised myself each time I got through it that I would never do it again. And here I am, spitting out knowledge to you each and every day for free. Anyway, don't ever count yourself out. Don't let those negative thought viruses chew things up inside your body. Be positive and get around other people that are positive. Find like-minded people. Find people that have the similar desires and similar dreams to yourself. Even if they don't have the exact same thing, what I'm starting to learn more and more in terms of business and just in life, if I meet somebody that has drive, it doesn't matter what the hell it is. If they have drive, I feel like I have a lot of things in common with them. I feel like I could sit down and talk to that person for a few hours and just not be bored. If they don't have any drive, then I don't really have that much of a desire to talk to them. It could be mountain climbing. It could be somebody's preparing for a marathon or whatever it is, but they just have a goal. They have a desire to make themselves better. Now, you did reference the future many times. You mentioned, how do you get to certain places in the future? To get to certain places in the future, you're going to need a DeLorean, you're going to need a flux capacitor, and you're going to need a bolt of lightning. So see if you can work on that, get those things together, and that way you can get yourself to the future whenever you'd like. Embrace your fears and follow through your dreams, and that is it from SuperTraining.tv. Later.